Here on the bench with Rush goaltender Christian Propp after a 42-save performance last night. We're on the off day. Got to ask first, Proper. 42 for 46, a season high in saves and shots faced. You're right back out here for morning skate afterwards. Optional, but you took it out here late on the ice. How's the body feeling right now after 42 saves?
You know what? Body feels good. I think you just kudos to the staff here, Justin. You know, making sure we have the recovery modalities in place to make sure we're feeling good. So yeah, no, body feels good. Figured just get after it today, try and chip away at it, and get ready for tomorrow.
What's that recovery look like after facing so much rubber in one night?
I think for me, a lot of it's just winding down mentally, as much as it is the body recovering, just trying to get the mind to relax. Sometimes, you know, a lot of hockey players have a hard time falling asleep at night, so I think a lot of it too, as much as it is the body, just trying to unwind a bit, you know, talk with friends and family, hop on the bike a bit, that sort of thing. Just a routine to just help me, as much as it is to prepare from the rink, just to be able to walk away and feel fresh today.
Yeah, how much, is the position of goaltender, totally mental?
Oh, I think a huge portion of it is just being in the right headspace to go out there and do the job. I think mentally, the psychological aspect of the game is a big portion of it for sure.
So who watches your games back home in Ontario? Who calls you afterwards? What's that go like?
You know what? It's usually my mom and dad. Depends if they got to work early in the morning, they may not catch the third. But I got to give kudos to my girlfriend. I think she was up till 12:30, 1 o'clock last night watching the game and calling me afterwards. So it's definitely just my support system back home and my girlfriend as well. They play such a huge role in it.
Okay, so 46 shots faced. You told me beforehand off camera that you like a game like that, where you're taking shots consistently, you're staying in the game. What can that do just to keep your body fresh?
For sure, and I think it kind of goes back to that point of the mental portion of the position. It just kind of, for me at least, it lets me get in a bit of a rhythm where you can kind of find that flow with shots, and it just gives you a good pace to work off of. So I think as much as it is, I'm working more, I think it just kind of creates more of a tempo and rhythm for me.
So you had a lot of high-quality saves as well. Both teams had high-quality shots. There were 90 total in the game. What can, stopping a breakaway, for example, or a 2-on-1, do to get momentum back for your group?
Yeah, I think it's just it can be critical for sure. I try not to look at it that way. I think it's whether it's a dump in from the red line or a breakaway, the job still stays the same of just keep the puck out of the nets. So I think it does have a big impact on the game, those timely saves. But for me, I try not to think about it like that. I just try to take it one puck at a time.
So right now, you're in a position where early in the season, 3 goaltenders, hard to get playing time with one net and 3 guys competing for it. But Scott Burt said throughout the first couple of months that you've always been ready and all 3 goaltenders lift each other up. What was the mindset like? What was the relationship like with Rads, who's still here, and Murph, who's now in Calgary?
You know what? I think it's been a positive relationship. I think we got 3 competitive guys here, which I think is what you want. And I think with the 3 of us and the two of us, Rads and myself right now, is I think we're all friends off the ice. And as much as we want to succeed individually, we want to push each other and see other goalies have success as well. And I think when you have that in your dressing room, I think it creates a positive and competitive environment that I think filters out to the defense and forwards as well.
So in practice, you're trying to be the best goaltender in practice, lift each other up, and just compete all throughout the week.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's just a general statement. I know for each of us, we kind of have our own things we want to tweak and adjust as we go. But I think that's a general framework for sure, where we're just trying to compete and just have fun doing it. I think that's the important thing. I think a lot of people may see 3 goalies and go, it's a negative, it's a win at all cost mentality. I think it's the complete opposite, where it's positive, it's fun, and I think that's what makes the situation fun as well.
So what was your mindset when things weren't going your way playing time-wise, and now as they step up where they will go your way playing time-wise, you played the last couple of games, what was that shift in mindset, and how are you able to stay fresh?
You know what? It was a little tough for me, I won't lie. It's kind of the first time I've ever been in this situation in my career, so I think just trying to stay positive, trying to learn. And I think the nice thing with not playing as much as I was at the start of the year, it really let me take an honest look at my game and my approach to the game, and really allowed me just to kind of see what adjustments I can make. And like you said, just ultimately just chipping away at it, that when I do get my opportunity, I'm ready for it.
So how much are you looking at video of yourself going over things with goaltending coaches you've had? How much is that process a part of your day?
You know what? I think it's a fairly big portion. I know just working with my goalie coaches back home, Dave Delecki, him and I are always in constant conversation. Really just looking at video, and not even so much of myself, but being a rookie in this league, just trying to get understandings of other teams' top guys, pre-scouts there, and that's the thing too, is when maybe I'm not in the lineup as much, it's not like I'm seeing those looks live. So part of being ready, I think, is just also understanding what the opposition's doing and what certain tendencies are. So that's kind of an element of my game I've really been trying to add in this year, is just really embracing the video and taking an honest look at it from both my standpoint and as well as my opposition's.
Yeah, so pre-scout, the coaches go over it, of course, before every game. You look at the forwards and the D, that's what they talk about the most, but what do you look for during pre-scout as a goaltender when you're watching that same film?
I think a lot of it is just trends, just kind of see how teams enter the zone, how they cycle in the zone, just really how they're generating offense. And, no player will admit it, but every player has a favorite spot they go to. So it's just really looking at just general trends and seeing if there's any patterns there. And I think it's just identifying the patterns and then just being able to execute when they unfold.
So when, say, Crone gets a breakaway on you last night, you're thinking, here's where he likes to shoot. I saw this on video.
Yeah, I think a portion of it. I think that breakaway in that instance, he had so much time that I think he was able to kind of do what he wanted a little bit, where I think if you look at a later breakaway in the game with a minute left there, that player had a lot of back pressure, so he's not necessarily able to do what exactly he wants to with the puck just because he doesn't have as much time. So I think it's one of those things where it's just like the pre-scout, it just gives you just a tad bit more info and just keeps you ultimately more ready, I think.
I want to talk about your mask for a second there. You actually debuted this in practice here last month.
Yeah.
You got it in right before flying out. First time using it here in Boise. On the back is your goaltending Mount Rushmore. And I'm not going to spoil it, by the way. Coda Sports Challenge, December 29th with Andrew Lynn. Watch that when you're back home. You talked about Carey Price and the run he made with the Hamilton Bulldogs 15 or so years ago. Part of your Mount Rushmore goaltenders. What's on the back of that helmet?
Yeah, so I think it's just my Mount Rushmore, so guys that inspired me to play. I'm a diehard Montreal Canadiens fan as well, so that's why I think 3/4 of them are Montreal Canadian goaltenders. But I think I just like having masks that express who I am, but also express the team as well. And it's something I kind of pride myself in, and it's a surprisingly extensive process to create the vision that I want on my head. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. And Maverick Airbrush back in Ontario, he did an awesome job with it, and I think it looks great in the games too.
What's that community like of goaltender helmets? It's a pretty expansive community.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. I think probably one of my favorite parts of the position. And I think what's cool too is kind of artists and goaltenders were kind of out in left field a bit, quote unquote the weird guys. But I think it's nice that we can kind of come together, two separate domains, and I just love creating something and then seeing it come to life.
So on the back of that, you've got the Spire cars, you've got the birdie sticker, pretty much everything. Rush, everything. Black Hills.
Yeah, I got Nugget on the back.
Nugget on the back too.
Yeah, no. So I just, like I said, I like trying to create stuff that expresses me, but also gratitude to like the ownership and having the Black Hills. I like to try and include the team and the community as a whole as well, while also making it my own at the same time.
So after you got the win, I got to point this out. Last Saturday, doing the post-game jersey auction, everyone comes up. You told me I want to get the microphone afterwards to thank Rush fans for coming out and their support, helping you win. How much has this team, this city, and the hockey fans, no matter when you're playing or not, kind of had your back over these first 2 years?
Yeah, 100%. And I think fans will never realize how much it means to the players. I think that's a cool thing about playing in a smaller market like Rapid City, is you really get that community-based feel. So, yeah, I just wanted to express my gratitude and wish everyone a happy holidays. And I just wanted to show that, and I think the players would all agree that their support doesn't go unnoticed.
All right, Proper, thank you. Good luck going forward.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, Corey.